right, so quick update on kind of the movement space that I have here at Obtain Strength. I've kind of rearranged some stuff. I have a fan right here that we're not seeing, but you can hear. I actually moved the functional trainer from over there to over here. My client Tiger put in an electrical outlet down there so I could move the fridge and kind of move all this back, just trying to free up space. I did sell my squat rack for a heavy duty one that was supposed to be here last Tuesday. Tomorrow will be Tuesday, so I paid extra to get it here early, and now I don't know when I'm gonna get it. It might be another week or so. I have no idea. But once I get that assembled, I'll do another video because it's a really nice looking one. And that'll go right here. I sold, which he never got in contact with me. I have to get in contact with him. Somebody bought the weight tree here, so I have to see if they're gonna pick it up. Experience with Facebook Marketplace, man. Somebody be like, yeah, I want to pick it up, and then usually takes anywhere from 3 to 6 people before somebody actually does that, because it's like they just throw out like, I want this, and then the second you go, okay, cool, it's yours, they back out. And like, oh, never mind, I don't want it. So I got that thing sold. I sold the massage table, just wasn't using it that much. Just because it wasn't wide enough. So now it's like the debate of, do I even need that, or I can do most of the stuff from the ground. There is some cool stuff I can do from it, but I'm gonna wait on that. Just be careful to make sure that I actually get a wide enough table next time. So waiting on that. Hopefully the squat rack will be here. But the bigger thing is Michael Corey, the owner of Obtain Strength, is increasing the rent on me in this space, which makes sense. Just because the electrical bill with AC going in the summer has gone up. So my rent's going to go up about $175 a month, which is decent. I have about 1,150 square foot. So, I mean, based off that, it's being calculated out, it's like 40-something cents a square foot. So looking at that, Jordan and David will be getting next store space because basically they have big groups and downstairs people are complaining. So he's like, hey, you guys gotta move upstairs. Michael's gonna fix that for them. He's blown out the walls over there and it's about 800 or 900 square foot, but it's a box, it's not long. So he's gonna do that for them, and then they'll come upstairs and they'll have set rent. And with all of that, we can go downstairs if we want to. I don't know equipment-wise what's going to happen with that, if he's going to put equipment in there or not. And then our rates are pretty comparable. It's not those two, me splitting with somebody else, it's all on me. But my clients, a handful of them do have membership, so that does count towards that $650. Big thing right now is whether or not he's going to tax me on it. So he's talking with the CPA, I talked with mine, and it's kind of like just this thing of like, where it's like, I think I have to, and you don't have to, because it's not a point of sale. I'm basically subleasing. So if it's booth space or rent, you don't charge tax on that. So we'll see what happens with that. But because of that, I started looking around at whether or not I wanted to, and tossing around the notion like, dude, that's getting dangerously close to you just paying for your own spot. So that's kind of the debate that I'm having right now, and that struggle is, do I stick here and pay $650, or do I find some place? I already found one that was 1,000 square foot for $535. And I would just ask clients, hey, you're kind of paying the rent there, can you just basically match that, and we'll go somewhere else. And now we don't have to worry about anything, which is what I've been thinking about the longer I've been in the industry, is just getting away from all of it. That way you're not dealing with other trainers, you're not dealing with a gym owner, you're not dealing with gym members. When the parking lot gets full here because it's really, really tight and we have to park down the street or something like that, like, we don't have to worry about that anymore. So that's kind of where I'm at. It does mean a smaller space, but also like the bathroom here, there is no bathroom up here. You have to go downstairs and it's not very clean. So all the time. It's not that he doesn't clean it, it's just that it gets messy because he has a ton of members now, which is great for him. And also, I'm not knocking him for wanting to increase rate. He has a hot commodity. Of course he's going to raise rates. But I told him I don't know financially long term if that's something viable for me, which either means I bow out of this space and I just say, hey, I can't do it anymore, and I need to just give it up and one of the other guys take it over, And he's like, well, we could downgrade you. And I was like, no, I mean, like, I can't afford any of it. Like, I'll just be a regular trainer here using the gym, which comes with its own ups and downs as he's busier. So that's kind of where I'm at. I'm gonna go look at a couple spots this week and see. With that, I also have to think about other expenditures that I'm gonna be pumping out with that. But like I said, now that it's gotten closer, it's just like, and the spots that I'm looking at, they're not far away. They're a mile away. So that adjustment where it's like, it's not like, hey, you got to go 10 miles out of your way now. No, it's it's technically it's like a mile and a half down the way. That shouldn't be a big deal for clients. So that is currently where I'm at. I'll have more news here soon. Really don't want to move all this equipment. It's kind of the other thing that I think of. It's like, man, you got it up here. Like, that's going to be a pain. So those are the things that I toss around the night, things that I think about, especially with these mats that are crazy heavy. And this functional trainer, which I would just, if I had to move it, I'd just completely disassemble it. I wouldn't even try and do it in halves. It was so heavy. So that's the thing you think of with that. But that's kind of the update for right now with where I'm at, kind of like the vlog. Doing this 12 years now, 7 of those I've had to deal with gym owners, which is hard because it's an exchange. I'm renting space from that person. It's a business deal in a sense. And dealing with individuals when it comes to money, I mean, it's just any time, because it's, I don't know, it just always feels different than it just being a one transactional deal, right? It's not. I'm paying them monthly for me being able to have access to the facility. With that comes expectations. They're not met, or you have to deal with other trainers or something. It just turns into this big thing, and there's always drama in the fitness industry, it feels like, which is always why I wanted like a separate space. I don't want to deal with it anymore. So kind of where I'm at with this, and that just feels like the natural progression too. So we'll see. I might be here another 6 months to a year or a couple years, or I might find something in the next month or two and be like, all right, I got to take advantage of this opportunity, thinking long term too with what I want to do. I mean, that's kind of something I want to do, but that also means that I then have to hunker down and really push hard on trying to get more clientele and build that up so it's sustainable. I mean, running over financial stuff, it's like, how many people can you train where you're not training at a loss, or it's not worth your time anymore? So I do know that if I had to work for somebody else, I'd suffocate. So that's something that I think about also, meaning if I only made $1,000 a month off this, it's better than me working for somebody else and hating every minute of it. So that's just kind of where my thought process goes. But that is it for this one. The second I know more info, I'm going to do another one of these and just kind of update everybody on this. And I also think, if they're in that space, how noisy are they going to be where it kind of impacts the content that I would want to make? If I have my own space, I don't have to worry about it. And I would really, I don't know, it just seems like that's something that I would really push hard on more when I can not where, like Zach, my buddy, was up here for a while. So if I wanted to come up here and film and he was here, I just don't like doing that around other people. Like having the peace of mind that somebody's not going to be walking in and out of the shot. They're not going to be talking, any of that. So that's something that I could not ever have to worry about too. So it's just taking away stressors, which is a big deal for me just because I'm prone to being anxious anyways. So, but that is it for this one. If you like the video, hit the like button for me. If you want to continue to follow along with all of my content, not just these vlogs, but all the fitness stuff that I talk about. I am going to start getting more into FRC stuff here, the functional range conditioning stuff here pretty soon. As long as I have permission. That's one of those things where it's like, how much will they allow me to actually pump out there? But I'll be getting into that pretty soon. So stay tuned for that. Hit the subscribe button too if you want to follow along with that journey. Thanks for watching.